Good morning. Welcome to Fridge Talk. Even I just temporarily forgot what I call these things. I know it's been ages and I'm really, really sorry. What can I say? It's been really busy in Sachs Towers. New clients, existing clients, looking after everybody, and a 13-year-old and a wife. And everything else that goes into everyone else's household means the best intentions are paved all the way to hell. And hence why it's taken me so long to do a Fridge Talk. But good morning and welcome to you. For those that have never been here before, my name is Victor. I run VS Associates. I'm an independent financial advisor, specialising in looking after business owners, be they startup businesses, the self-employed, micro businesses, and even those businesses looking to head home, sell up, or hand on to next generation. That's kind of who I look after. What's most important about Fridge Talk is the fridge. Plenty of fridge magnets from where we've been. Also, lots of visits in this country. Don't think it's just all about being abroad. And a customary, let's have a look in the fridge. How are we looking? It's looking full. The visit to the supermarket was yesterday, and the freezer looking mighty fine as well. So, we're all good. Council tax is up there, all paid. But, when you run your own business, it's not like you get paid regularly on the month with the same amount of money. So sometimes you need to do some balance. So I'm going to run a series now where we're going to really just kind of go highlight the main areas I believe financial advisors touch upon and should do. I spent a lot of my working life, 18 years, working for a bank. And one of the biggest areas that we looked at was the life assurance side of things. We called it protection. Sounds really mafiosa, doesn't it? It doesn't mean that. Obviously, what it means is in terms of protecting those that you care most about. So we're going to have my trusty timer. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, we're already at 2 minutes. So if your kettle's on, got yourself a little chocolate bar or something, let's have 5 minutes talking about protection. Now, I know I've done protection before. If anyone wants to have a look at, go to Victor Sachs IFA at YouTube, and you'll be able to see the whole raft of Fridge Talks that I've done there. Protection is one of the most, if not the most important cornerstone of anyone's financial planning in life. We all talk about, when I get to retirement, I'd like to do this. Will I have enough money? On the assumption that our health will always be A1 and nothing will ever happen to us, and we will just carry on from our 30s and our 40s and our 50s right away through to whenever we call it a day, and then we've got the money, because we've saved it, we've inherited it, we've downsized and made the most of the house that we've got, or whatever way we've come by a successful business, we'll always assume that our health will be there. But what happens if it isn't? So, first thing we'd look at is income protection. Again, sounds daft. What happens if you're sick or ill and you cannot work? There are stats out there, which I won't bore you with today, that will show you how many of us will be off work. And if we're off work for 3 months, it's possible we'll be off for 6. If we're off for 6, there's a good chance we'll be off for a year. And if we're off for a year, there's a chance we may not come back to work at all. Those stats are out there. This is not Victor Sachs trying to scare the bejesus out of anybody. Those stats are out there. So income protection kind of says, well, allowing for state benefits, because everyone's entitled to statutory sick pay, and notwithstanding any support you get from your employer, if you are employed, after a period of time, your employer may go, we're done. We've paid you out for 3 months full pay. Now you're on 3 months half. Or we've paid you for 6 months full. Now you're on 6 months half. Or we've paid you a year's full pay. And you're too young to be pensioned off and now you're in the benefit system. So an income protection can support from when you no longer receive full pay, might be able to top up a little bit. And then once the employer has backed away completely, you can look to protect around 75% of your earnings Because we've got to have that incentive to go back at the end of the day. If you were able to get 100% of your earnings, why bother getting yourself better and go back to work, right? And therefore you can protect those earnings. There are tax smart ways that can be written, but income protection, massive cornerstone. Go look up to the sky and go, guarantee me that I'll never be off sick or ill. And I've got plenty of money in my bank account. I've got a year's worth, 2 years worth, 5 years worth of salary stashed away to cover for such eventuality. It's possible, but the stats say highly unlikely. So that's income protection. And I've already done 3 minutes on that. Term assurance, a straight line block of insurance. Let's say you've got kids. Let's say you want to turn around and say, do you know what? If anything happens to me, I want to make sure whoever's going to look after them becomes guardian, has got enough money to look after them. I want to ensure that upon my demise, a block of money is paid, a lump sum, either at day one or when they're 22. And after that, the policy finishes. Really cheap, cost effective, great way of throwing a tarpaulin over the family when they're young. You can also look at what's called family income benefit. Similar device in terms of buying a block, but instead of a lump sum, it's a monthly income. So it replaces the income of that person who's no longer around. Again, you run it to a specific end date, which would normally coincide with, say, either 18 or 21 or 25 in terms of your kids, so that when they're hopefully finished university and up working, again, really cost effective. Reducing term, normally associated with mortgages. So as the debt comes down, so does the amount of cover. Really, really cheap again. And would you have it if you were single? My answer would be no, as life cover, because upon your demise, if you're single, your house goes to whoever you've left it to, and they're going to have that asset. But an important overlay is something which is called critical illness cover. And here I've got 20 seconds. I'm going to go over, right? Critical illness cover, various defined illnesses, but mainly we're looking at a life-threatening situation, cancers, heart attacks, strokes. And that's that. It's not, a bit of skin cancer, which is awful, or a broken arm or a broken leg. But we're talking about something where we are at a life-death scenario. You could live, could survive. With Noah, if anyone who's followed me, my son had open heart surgery. They had to put his heart on life support when he was 14 months old. You can have child benefit put in and around an adult critical illness cover, and we got a payout. Because there was always that chance that heart may not start up again. So it's a life-threatening illness. If you make a full recovery, fantastic. But once the diagnosis has been made and it's been deemed a critical illness, then that money is paid out. A little bit more expensive. I think it's 1 in 2, 1 in 3 are going to have some kind of life-threatening illness in our life. So we would imagine that would be an expensive thing to add in. But protection, peeps, is the cornerstone. All these great ideas about whacking money into investment strategies, be they regulated or, in saying Bitcoin, unregulated, we all talk about making it big, having loads of money. It's all great. But I guess I'm here to say none of us have got a great big cape that we wear and a great big S on our chest. Have a look at it. Whether you've got £5 a month or £500 a month, there's a spare amount of income that you can put aside to something that you may never claim on. But if you did, it would help your family immensely and yourself. Then seriously, have a look. And if I've piqued your interest, then drop me an email, victor@vsassociates.co.uk. I'd love to hear from you. Take care. Next time round, we'll have a look at savings and investments. All the best. Have a great day. Bye-bye.